I welcome you all to my YouTube channel again. So friends, today I am recording this session. Actually, I am facing an issue today. The issue in the same, in the terms of, you can see this is my EC2 instance here, and this is in the Mumbai region. I have another S3 bucket, and again same in the Mumbai region, as you can see here. I'm trying to access this S3 bucket from my EC2 instance. However, I'm getting some errors that I'll show you. I have logged into my EC2 instance, you can see here, and in order to access S3 bucket I am running AWS S3 ls. Okay, so I can see command not found. In order to configure it, I will run AWS configure, and I'm getting again the same error. Okay, so it seems we need to configure AWS CLI, that is command line interface, on this EC2 instance. So basically this machine is Red Hat RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, on which I am trying to access the S3 bucket. So I hope you got the scenario. Here in this case we will just configure the AWS CLI, and before we can go, I will show you in the S3 bucket there are some of these objects. You can see these are the objects I am trying to access, that is copy from this S3 bucket to the EC2 instance. Okay, so that is one thing. So I have noted down few steps how we will troubleshoot this issue. First of all, as you can see in this notepad, the step number 1 is curl https s3.amazonaws.com awscli/bundle.zip -o awscli-bundle.zip. So basically using this command we will just download this AWS CLI bundle, which is in the zipped format, and we'll just download it on the EC2 instance. We will run these commands, all these commands on our EC2 instance. Okay, once this gets downloaded, we will just then install it, and we will try to validate the installation using AWS version command to see what is the AWS CLI version that has been installed. Once this gets done, then we can navigate and check AWS S3 ls, the command that we are trying right now, and we'll see if we can see the S3 buckets. Once the S3 buckets are available, are listed, then we will try to copy it from the S3 bucket to the EC2 instance. So for that we may need to create another folder that will do and run these commands. Okay, so let's first of all proceed with the step number 1. So I will run this command curl https s3.amazonaws.com/AWS. Basically this is another S3 bucket on AWS, which enables us to install download this bundle, awsbundle.zip. Okay, so this is in the zip format, -o CLI. Okay, this is the command. I'll just run it. Yeah, as you can see, this AWS CLI.bundle.zip has been downloaded. We can check using ls-lrt, and we are in the root directory, so it has been downloaded in this root directory. Okay, so since this is in the zip file, so we may need to unzip it. So we'll run unzip and AWS CLI bundle.zip. Okay, we can see unzip command is also not found, so we will try to install the unzip command as well. We'll run yum-y. Since this is Red Hat Linux, we can use this yum-y install and unzip. Yeah, as you can see, our command has been installed successfully. Now we will try to unzip it once again. I will run enter. Yeah, now if I do ls-lrt, you can see this has been extracted and which is available in this file, in this folder. Okay, so this zip file has been extracted and available in this folder. Now we'll try to install this, and for the installation we will use this command. I will provide all these commands in the comment section. So the result may take couple of seconds based on the bandwidth. Yeah, you can see this this has been installed, AWS CLI, and how we will validate it using AWS -version command. As you can see, the version of this AWS CLI is 1.27.62. So this is the version of AWS CLI. So it means our AWS CLI has been successfully installed on this machine. Now if I try to run AWS S3 ls, I can still see unable to locate credentials. You can configure credentials by running AWS configure. So here it means in order to run this AWS S3 ls, we will need to provide some credentials, and using this command AWS configure. So if I try to run this AWS configure command as well, you can see it's asking the access key ID, secret access key, the default region, format, and other things. Okay, so this is the thing. And in order to provide this AWS configure, we need IAM role, and here the issue with this running AWS configure is the credentials will be stored locally on this machine. So we don't want that. Our credentials should not be stored on this machine. So what alternately we can do is we can just assign an IAM role to this EC2 instance and see if that will work. So for that, right now you can see we can go to actions, security, and modify IAM rule. Here you can see there is no IAM role that has been assigned at present. So I will just navigate, drop down to this list, and you can see EC2 to S3 full and EC2 to S3 IAM. Both are the same IAM rules. I will just select anyone and click on update IAM rule. So this is done immediately. You can see our IAM role has been attached to the EC2 instance. Okay, and in order to see this IAM role, we can go to IAM, so we'll see what exactly the IAM role is consisting of. We can go to roles, because this IAM role I have created earlier, and this is this role that we have created. Okay, so you can see under permission I have given the permission as Amazon S3 full access. It means this EC2 instance will be able to read or write the data from this S3 bucket. If we click on trust relationship, we can see the script, and here this is the format of the script, and here effect we can see is allow, and services EC2 Amazon AWS.s3.com. So it means this S3 role, this IAM role will enable EC2 instance to access our S3 bucket. Okay, that is the main significance of this role. We'll go back to our EC2 instance. Since we have now attached the IAM role, I will just try to run AWS S3 ls. Yeah, and now you can see MS01 bucket. This is the bucket that we have. So instead of going for AWS configure, which will store the credentials, with respect to security perspective, we can attach an IAM role so that our credentials are not stored on the EC2 instance. Okay, I hope you got the point. And in order to see what are the contents of this S3 bucket, we can run AWS S3 ls s3, and we can give the name of this s3 bucket. Yeah, so these are the files. We can check on our s3 bucket. So our files are now, S3 bucket is now accessible from the EC2 instance. You can see there are 4 files here on the S3 bucket, and all these 4 files are now available or can be seen on the EC2 instance. Okay. So in order to copy, I will create a directory. Say mkdir test contents, something like that. Contents, and I will give this permission as, you can see. So I can give the permission as 777 to this S3 contents. Okay. So now what I will do is I will try to copy all these files from my S3 bucket inside this S3 contents. Okay, so that I will try to do right now. This is our S3 contents. So for the command for that is it's AWS S3 sync S3. This is our, we can go view this name of this S3 bucket, and this is the source, that is the source S3 bucket name, and from here we need to copy it to the S3 contents. Yeah. You can see it, these files are downloaded from S3 bucket to this S3 contents folder. We can validate. We are inside the S3 contents right now, so we can validate using. So you can see all the files, 4 files are now copied and downloaded from S3 bucket to this our EC2 folder in the EC2 instance. Okay, and in case say there are subfolders, so in our case we have just 4 files and there is no folders and subfolders, but in case there are multiple folders and subfolders are available, we can use the recursive command. Okay, for that we need to use this one, AWS S3 CP. S3 CP stands for copy, and we need to give S3 URL and local. So it means the path of S3 bucket and the path of local directory. That is, in our case it was S3 content folder. Okay, and where you will find the S3 URL, you can go to our EC2 S3 bucket. In the bucket, you can just click on that bucket name. So in order to copy this S3 URL, you can find it by navigating to your S3 bucket. Okay, so you can find it from there. So you can see here the option copy S3 URL, and other options are also there. So from there you can copy the S3 and say if you have any queries or any confusion with respect to command, you can simply type AWS S3 help. Okay, for example, if we want to see this CP and other command, so you can see here CP will just copy paste, move will be, it will be cut paste. Okay, and RM will remove. If we need to remove, then we can do the RM. Okay, so that can be done. And if you want help with the sub commands, say for example AWS S3 ls, if you want to see how you can use that command, you can do AWS S3 ls help. Again, you can see there are sub options here, so that's that will help you if you have any further confusion. Okay. So friends, I hope you got the point. Okay, and I hope this was useful for you. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please like, share, comment, and yeah. Okay, and happy learning and take care. Bye bye.